Depression, a word we have heard more and more frequently in recent years. More and more people are feeling down and believe they are depressed, but is it really that simple? Can we really diagnose depression with a simple test? Or is it perhaps the case that many of us use the word lightly, and that sometimes it's simply a matter of attitude? Statistics show a significant increase in depression worldwide. The numbers are exploding, especially in Western countries. An estimated 280 million people worldwide suffer from depression, with 21 million in the USA alone. But where does the rapid rise in these figures come from? According to the WHO, depression rose by 25% in the first year of the coronavirus pandemic. But what is behind this? Are so many people actually developing depression today? Or has society changed its perception of depression? First of all, it is important to clarify what depression is and how it differs from being in a bad mood. True depression goes far beyond a low mood. Symptoms such as deep hopelessness, sleep disturbances, feelings of guilt, loss of appetite, and thoughts of death are all part of it. People feel sad, empty, irritable, and lose interest in activities. Such a state can last for weeks or months. In contrast, most people experience the occasional bad day. Is this really worth a diagnosis? Many studies suggest that depression is characterized by typical changes in neurotransmitters in the brain. However, this topic is far more complicated and beyond the scope of this video. Our society has also changed significantly in recent years. Social media, celebrities and influencers have taken the taboo out of mental health, which is a good thing in itself, but they have also greatly simplified the topic. Phrases such as, "I'm depressed" or "I have anxiety" are posted everywhere online without regard to their real meaning.
Disgusting!
Studies also show that people want to recognize psychological symptoms in themselves due to social pressure because that is what they read or see online every day. Just because an influencer is talking about depression doesn't mean you're depressed when you're sad. The influencer probably didn't even have real depression themselves and is just using it as an excuse for inactivity or other reasons. This constant flow of negativity which you see on social media and in your everyday life drags you down this everlasting downward spiral into even deeper depths of this depressed feeling. Some experts argue that depression can, to some extent, be a matter of attitude, especially if we negatively influence ourselves by constantly reinforcing negative thinking. Clinical depression cannot be cured by positive thoughts alone, but small changes can have a big impact. Mindfulness, regular exercise, and a positive lifestyle improve the condition. Your environment is just as important. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, and not with people who only see the negative and are always bad-tempered. If you don't let negative things get to you, you're also less likely to fall into a mental hole. Let's say you're feeling down and you've just watched a TikTok of a multimillionaire talking about her depression and you follow her advice to see a therapist. Let's put ourselves in the therapist's shoes. What will the therapist say after the initial consultation? He will want to make another appointment to continue working with you. Is he doing this because he wants to work so intensively on your problems, or perhaps because he earns money from you with every session? Quite apart from whether he is also prescribing you medication, which you should stay away from anyway. Yes, talking about your problems can be a relief, but talk to your family or friends about it. Yeah, but I don't have anyone to talk to. It's just a cheap excuse. The next time you feel sad, don't tell yourself that you are depressed, and certainly don't let others tell you. Young people today are particularly susceptible to this. At first it's a burnout, and then it becomes depression, and then you have an excuse for all kinds of duties. Society has lost its mental strength. How can it be possible that young people today become depressed because of negative comments on social media? If you can't handle hate, then you shouldn't post anything or delete your accounts. Seems more sensible to me personally than slipping into a drug addiction and spending tons of money because of internet trolls. You decide how you feel, and nobody else does. Everyone has a bad day. That's completely normal and a good thing. See you soon.